Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and oh boy, the gamers got a major company to change their minds. For now, anyway. In today's episode, I will be covering the Helldivers 2 PlayStation Spectacle and how one of 2024's most popular games went from hot to not with just one post. For those who don't know, Helldivers 2 is an online third-person game released on February 8th, 2024 that tasks players with completing missions in order to save the planet from danger. The game was developed by the Swedish company Arrowhead Game Studios. As players progress, they are able to unlock different items in-game to help with future missions. The game is available for Windows computers on Steam and the PlayStation 5. It was an instant success and sold over 8 million units over the first 2 months of its release. Helldivers 2 was praised by both critics and regular gamers alike, highlighting the truly epic and cinematic experience the game offered. Everything seemed to be going well. So what happened that caused thousands of once dedicated players to request refunds on one of the best sold games of the year? The answer to that is bad business practices. A Steam post from the developers of Helldivers 2 was released, which said that a PlayStation account would be required if players wished to continue enjoying the game. To say that this did not go over well with the community is a severe understatement. There are two types of people that you do not want to get on the bad side of, the first being Slavic mothers, the other being gamers. Once the PlayStation account change went through, players in 118 countries would no longer be able to play the game they had paid for, since those countries are unsupported by Sony, who owns PlayStation. People were also worried about their private information, since Sony has been subject to major leaks. There was a huge backlash from users on Steam, who began to leave negative reviews on the platform. When the developers of Helldivers 2 were asked on Discord, a social messaging app popular with the gaming community, why this change was being implemented, one of them said the choice was all Sony's doing. These efforts proved fruitful, however, and the update that would have locked dozens of players out of the game that they enjoyed was halted, with Sony issuing an official statement that read, "Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans." The gamers had come out on top, and as the old saying goes, hell hath no fury like a gamer scorned. Now that the explanation is out of the way, I'd like to share my thoughts. Honestly, I'm surprised that Sony listened to the feedback. I guess it dawned on them that locking paying customers in 118 countries would be a horrible mistake and they'd lose out on any future business. I also think that gamers are used to companies implementing horrible changes and then not listening to the people who are actively playing the game. The Sims 4, for example, is an absolute mess of glitches, poor optimization, and somewhat lackluster gameplay, but that depends on who you ask. And when fans ask for these issues to be fixed or changed, they are often ignored, instead met with expensive content add-ons, which means even more bugs, with some even having the potential to corrupt the save games of players. It's part of the reason why I completely uninstalled Sims on my computer, despite playing it since 2017. Anyway, back to Helldivers. The crash and burn of it following the proposed changes and how quickly the reputation of the company went down the toilet reminded me of what happened with Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2, developed by American company Blizzard Entertainment, was promised as this huge game with skill trees unique to each member of the roster, interesting and story-based missions, and dozens of other features that were later scrapped. Players, myself included, were disappointed that what was promised for, I think, 4 years at that point, had not been delivered and never would. Overwatch, while being one of my favorite games of all time, I don't think will ever recover from the broken promises in the same way Helldivers 2 will recover from the PlayStation account situation. But that is a video topic that is for another day. I also think that other game developers and publishers will learn from this experience with Helldivers 2 and not force their players to go into a wardrobe and into Narnia or some other requirement that excludes thousands of people in their player base. Maybe this will finally get more companies to listen to feedback, especially since games are so expensive now and people don't want to waste their money on something that they will not put the time into playing and enjoy. With Persona 3 Reload, for example, which is a remake of Persona 3, being over $100 Canadian if someone buys the base game and the expansion. Players will not buy products from people who treat them like mindless cattle, and now we will wait and see how this Helldivers 2 situation may have changed some video game companies for the better, at least for a little while. Before I leave you all this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever you may be watching this video, I would like to present a fun fact. Did you know that Queen Victoria wrote 43,000 pages during her lifetime in her diaries? From the age of 13 to 81, Victoria wrote enough pages to fill 141 volumes, filled with family gossip, world events, and personal feelings. The collection is held in the Royal Archives in the UK. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of my content, then please subscribe to Sweet Histortea, a channel full of random facts, lots of sparkles, and tons more videos to come in the future. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!
There's a part of myself I'm missing. Now I got a lot to learn.